round 2 as we're getting ready to talk about some of the upcoming fights on the boxing calendar. Now, first up on the list was supposed to be Sergio Mora versus Jermaine Taylor, but Jermaine Taylor's lost his damn mind. He's getting a psych evaluation. He's in jail right now for basically being about that life, similar to what we talked about with round 1. So Paul and I, we're going to talk a little bit more about Martin Murray versus Gennady Golovkin, and we're also going to talk about Chris Algeri versus Terrance Crawford coming up in March. Get up for round 2.
Let's get to it. All right, round 2, we're definitely going to start off with everyone's favorite knockout artist, Gennady Golovkin. Man, you can already tell how much of an exciting figure he is because I think everyone who's in boxing is marking their calendars and they're saying, little asterisk, don't do nothing, don't take my girl out, don't go grab some food, get my butt in my freaking seat, grab a libation, get ready to drink a little bit, and catch Gennady Golovkin. This time, who's the victim or challenger, depending on what your perspective on his opponents? Martin Murray. Martin Murray's got 2 little blemishes on his record. All right, one against Felix Strum, where he took a draw in Germany, which is the same thing as a damn victory if you're fighting Felix Strum in Germany. And 2, he took a loss against Sergio Martinez in Argentina. But that was never going to be a victory, man. Unless he knocked him out of the ring and he wasn't able to get up and broke his leg and broke his neck, then there was no way he was going to win that fight. But he did the next best thing. He put on an amazing performance, hunted down usually a very mobile, very elusive Sergio Martinez, knocked him down, and I think to most people probably came away with the victory there. So really, he's an undefeated fighter. And this guy, unlike I think a lot of the other guys that Golovkin has fought, he comes in always looking bigger than the other dudes. Like he's actually got,
he's imposing.
Yeah, he is. He's got like a pretty big back. He comes in with that bigger sort of torso, and surprising that doesn't slow him down. He's got some good speed on him, keeps a nice tight guard, he's disciplined. This has, I think, I'm hoping, going to be the first time we're going to see Golovkin go, let's say, 8, 9 rounds in a while, right? Because we haven't seen him do that in a little bit. So I don't think this is going to be a blowout. I think we're going to see a pretty good matchup there, and it's going to be a nice sort of appetizer for what everybody expects to be a much bigger fight sometime this summer.
It's going to be interesting to see what the feedback from fans are, because I think diehards are especially excited to see this fight. I think from the casual fan base, I think they are willing to acknowledge who Gennady Golovkin is. Triple G is soaring in popularity, but I'm still unsure as far as how big of a name this is going to be and how it's going to resonate with the general public. So I think Martin Murray, I think he's going to put on a great fight. I'm going to be excited to see it, but we need to start seeing some names on Gennady Golovkin's boxing record. And so once he gets through this fight and he can show and prove once again, he can get a really tough opponent like Murray out of the ring in a couple of rounds, or maybe he takes some 8, 9, 10 rounds. That'll be interesting to see as well, because we've never seen him go that far in a fight. So that'll be fun to watch. And then we need to start seeing some names pop up on his resume.
Definitely. As a little preview for one of the next rounds, what we'll be talking about. Now imagine this. NBC, 100 million viewers, Peter Kitchakit, Quillen against finally the guy that they've been trying to set up this fight with Golovkin. How would that do for bringing his name profile into the everyday sports fan's life? Throwing that out there.
We'll save that for one of the future rounds. Now, I got to talk to you about a fight I want to see. They just booked this fight, just read up on it. Shout out to Bad Left Hook over at SBNation.com. Read up on him this morning because I had to get ready for this show. But word on the street is that Chris Algeri is going to sign off on a fight to fight our boy, Omaha, Nebraska, Terrance Crawford. And we've seen the work that Terrance Crawford, Fighter of the Year by most circles, put on one of the best fights of the year against Yuriorkis Gamboa. And now he's going to take his title against Chris Algeri, who recently just got his soul taken again now by Manny Pacquiao after it was previously taken by Ruslan Provodnikov. And this is a good fight. It's going to be a good HBO fight. They're talking about putting it in Madison Square Garden. It's not going to be a pay-per-view fight, but this might be one of the most quality fights we get not on pay-per-view in a long time. Paul, what are your thoughts?
So he's going to be stepping up in weight, right? So he's not bringing his old title. So he's coming up in weight. We've been waiting for this for a while. We know that his body frame could definitely handle it. And he's going up against, again, qualifier, a great boxer if he shows up, right? So if the version of Algeri that fought Ruslan Provodnikov shows up, the guy with good grit, decent whiskers, and legs, right? Legs that can move and a good jab. I think we're gonna test a little bit of Crawford. We're gonna see him adjust. We're gonna see him adapt. Now, if it's the other version of Algeri that shows up, I just think this ends up being like another showcase fight for Crawford, and it's just going to continue to build his profile until we can get maybe a Manny Pacquiao, or maybe a Danny Garcia, or we're talking about those names out there. Then I think his payday and his bankroll is going to get a lot fatter, and I think that's the type of stuff that fans want to see. But right now, he's been brought along very well, very intelligently, and this is a great next step that I think fans are going to enjoy watching.
Yeah, shout out to Peyton Manning's favorite audible, Omaha, and everything. But if Terrance Crawford is going to take that next step, he's going to have to fight in other places. He's got to fight in New York City. He's going to have to fight in Las Vegas. He's going to have to come to L.A. For those bigger crowds. And we want to see him. Like, I think everybody's rooting for Terrance Crawford. It's rare that you actually have a fighter that is universally loved. And he has the profile and the potential to be a superstar. So this type of fight can do nothing but amplify his profile, and we're looking forward to seeing him in March.
I'm going to throw this out there, right? Gennady Golovkin, his knockout style, when he went to the StubHub Center, broke all records.
Yes.
Mexican fans loved him, cheered him. Like, I don't think that he's more loved in his own home country than he was at StubHub that night, right?
Yes.
Crawford, that performance against Gamboa in front of a Mexican crowd, Latinos, people would lose their minds.
Right.
Like, I think that his style definitely lends itself to, again, building up and looking and attracting the largest viewing audience in boxing, Latinos. So coming out to California, StubHub, or the Forum, I'm just saying somebody should, make that fight.
Shout out to Puerto Rico. What up, Daddy Yankee? Let's go to round 3.
Should be played at high volume.